Guys, this is Scott with Everything's Lawn and Landscape. Today, I'm making a little video showing a time lapse of us working on this rental property. This is an unoccupied rental. We're cutting the grass, but mainly I'm showing me trim the bushes, and you'll see a large pile of the clippings, the debris that's left behind. And this video is just showing how you can take a large pile of clippings and mulch it all up. Basically, you run it over with the mower over and over again, and essentially it just grinds it all up into mulch, essentially. Very small, tiny pieces. If I can do this, I'm going to do it. This is what I always try to do. The last thing I want to do is rake all this up and then put it into a bag and haul it off. You have to pay for the bag. You have to spend the time and energy bending over and bagging it up, or blowing it into a pile and bagging it up. And it wastes so much time and so much energy. I do this on my fall cleanups when the leaves fall and you're trying to sell these leaf cleanup jobs. I go out to the property, I meet the customer, and I look around the yard, and I try to find a place where I can blow those leaves. Can I blow them into a bed? Can I blow them into the woods? Can I mulch them up into a pile by the road and the city or county pick them up? The last thing I want to do is spend a whole day out there and bag them all up, because that's what eats up your time and energy, is bagging the leaves, hauling them off, paying to dispose of them, paying for the trash bags. So ultimately, and I know that there's a lot of HOAs and customers that want it done 100%, every leaf off the ground, bagged up, hauled off. And I get that. I 100% understand that, and we do that, absolutely. This is just an example of how I do it and how I mulch it. And I understand that it can be heavy, it can ruin, not ruin, but it can dull the blades on your mower. It can prematurely wear out the bearings on your spindle bearings. I get that, and that's why I try to keep the piles not too large, and I take my time, and I just don't round the mower through it. I do it in stages. I lower the deck over time, just like if you were mowing an overgrown yard. And you're going to save yourself so much time and so much energy by mulching it up. I find it very effective, very efficient. You'll see here in this time lapse how, we're in and out of there, I think, in 35 minutes. And this is an initial. So the people just moved out of this house. It was kind of neglected. The grass was high. The bushes were overgrown. And after this, when we come back, boom, we'll be in and out of there in 10 minutes. And when I first met this gentleman, and we went over, he was showing me what most of his properties were, where they were located. I told him, I said, well, on these initials, when you want me to trim the bushes, do you mind if we just kind of mulch it up and, blow it along the house and maybe blow it into natural areas? He's like, no problem. He's like, as long as there's not piles of debris everywhere, you're good. And I'll tell you what. Yes, if you come back a week later, you can see a little bit, like if you, get down on your hands and knees, look at the ground, you can see, sticks and twigs. But what yard doesn't have that? Most rental properties, they look fantastic when we're done with it. You'll even see in this picture here how fantastic it looks when we're done. But I'm just going to, keep mowing it over, mulching it. It just essentially disappears, it blends in with the grass, and it goes away. But anyway, tell me about your business. What do you do? Do you do cleanups? Do you like to bag them and haul them off? Do you have an efficient way to do it? I know there's a lot of videos out there where guys have those big, heavy-duty suction vacuums. You pull it into a pile and vacuum it out. That seems to work pretty well. But anyway, enjoy this music while you finish out the video. Thanks, guys. I'll have more to come soon.